Alright, so it appears my OBS disconnected and didn't say nothing, which is interesting and weird and annoying all at the same time. So you guys missed about 15 minutes of video. Sorry about that. I hope everyone didn't leave. Uh, Trying to make sure everything's working okay. Let me switch over to my cam screen. Uh, Dorian let me know. Thanks, Dorian. I appreciate that. I don't know when it happened. I mean, that's just. Like I said, you guys missed about 15 minutes of it. Not too terribly happy about it that OBS didn't notify me. Um. Yeah, just kind of locked up and stopped recording, so I'm going to keep a better eye on that, I think. Um, I'll keep I'll keep the stream open on my phone and make sure that it's still streaming so it doesn't disconnect. That's just really annoying that that happened. Um, I'm sorry that you guys missed some of that, so we will leave that over there. I think the volume's down on that, is it? Yeah, okay, it's down on that. So I'm going to keep that on and open just so that I know that I'm still connected. And thanks again, Dorian, for letting me know. We will pop back in game. So you missed about 15 minutes. What just happened, we beat up the boss, basically. You missed it. It was an epic battle. I beat the living hell out of him. Go team. Nothing. Man, that stinks that that didn't work. But I beat up the boss. It was two bosses. I hit him with, the first boss I killed immediately with Green's special attack. Which is Flame Slash. So I instantly killed him with that. The other boss we just slowly beat up. I really hate that that was missing. I'm gonna upload this. When I upload it to YouTube, I'll upload it as whatever part number it is. I think it's like 29 or something like that. And then I'll go 29.5 or whatever it is. I don't remember. But we just beat up the boss. So we got that going for us. Totally sucks that that did that.
I can do this. Okay. Here we go.
So,
I can do this.
let me make sure everything's still working because this is just stupid. Yeah, it says it's alright. Alright. Well,
Right. Okay.
we'll see, I guess. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep it on my phone. That way I can make sure that I'm seeing a live broadcast. Dang, that annoys me. That annoys me so much. One more check. Just make sure that everything's working the way it should. Supposedly.
I'll handle it.
Here we go.
Alright, I keep switching people because the Alt key to Alt tab out is just, that switches who you're using as Alt. So that's why I keep doing that. Turn to surface. Yeah, that kind of annoys me that I missed out on 15 minutes of video. We are going to continue playing until 10 o'clock, so we've still got 2 hours left. So it's like I just started the stream at 8 instead of 7. So, yay us, I guess. Yeah, in the investigation, we're done in here. Basically, they just made the comment that nothing has really happened special this time. Once we beat that boss. So that's all they were talking about. Well, congratulations. We all survived another month of exploration. And sure enough, nothing suddenly appeared on our way back out. Well, if the 6th floor really is the last one, that means our investigation of the schoolhouse is over now, right? We still know nothing about it. That can't be the end. That'd make this the worst designed dungeon ever. This is just my hunch, but I don't think we've taken our last trip into the old schoolhouse. Maybe we should tell the principal later and see what he thinks. Hey, Celine, what are you doing out here? A cat. Oh, it's Celine. Do you know her? You know Celine, Fee? Yep, I saw her with Emma once. Doesn't seem like Emma's her owner, but it was almost like they were having a conversation somehow. When you put it that way, I've gotten that impression before too. Oh, so you're Celine. That's such a pretty name. Oh, her fur's all soft. I wonder who her owner is. If it's not Emma, she has to be someone's cat with this ribbon on her tail. Hey, don't just monopolize all the petting. I wouldn't mind giving her a scratch behind the ears. Still, she's quite an elegant-looking cat. I think she and I would get along. She doesn't seem to mind all the attention, at least. Oh! What is it? Seems like she wants something from me. The question is what? Oh. It looks like she had enough affection for one day. Will she be alright? I hope she doesn't accidentally wander into the old schoolhouse or something. She'll probably be fine. She looks like she knows her way around the campus. True, and she seems pretty intelligent too. I guess we're probably worrying for nothing. Why are y'all worried about a cat anyway? Anyway, we might as well call it a day. Yeah, you're right. Oh, and let's not forget, when we get back to the dorm, we need to sit down and discuss what we're doing for the festival. Whoops, almost forgot about that. Well, it sounds like we have plenty to keep us busy tonight. After all that progress we've made, I really rather we were the ones to solve the mysteries of the old schoolhouse. Oh well, I guess there's not much of a point dwelling on it now. Oh yeah, it's almost time to meet up with Tawa. I should head up to the computer room on the second floor of the main building. Chaos is a reward. What's chaos do? Let's take a look-see, shall we? Alright, so chaos is abnormal status inflicted on foes. Lasts 2 more turns. I don't really care for that. Alright. So, we have one more bonding point. Who shall we spend it with? We could spend it with Crow, and we can spend it with Alyssa and Milliam. We'll spend it with Alyssa. You doing cleanup again, Alyssa? Are you already done practicing for the day, Alyssa? Yes, the second years are all busy preparing for the festival. They might ask me to help them out with setting things up here at some point too. I guess nobody's getting any rest until the festival's over, especially those of us who haven't come up with anything yet. Yeah, I really hope we can find something that's perfect for us. Hey Alyssa, would I be getting in your way if I stayed around a while longer? Oh, no, not at all. There's a spare cross here. So how about we play some catch too? Oh, the stick thing. I never used one before. Would you mind showing me how to use it? I'd be happy to. She's gonna beat you with it. Catch. Oof, back to you. Oh, that one actually flew pretty straight. You're getting the hang of this. Little by little. You know, it's nice to play catch with you like this. Never expected that we'd end up this close. What? That kinda came out wrong. I only meant that a few months ago you couldn't stand to be in the same room with me, but now here we are. Well, that was an accident and all, which I specifically told you to forget about. Ha, my bad. But this makes me happy. I remember worrying that we'd never be able to make up, so I'm glad we can just play ball now. Cut it out, you're making me blush. I know what you mean, though. I just wish our time together didn't have to come to an end. Wait, now my words are coming out wrong. I meant that I don't want our time together as classmates to come to an end. That's all I meant, okay? Yeah? You got a good point, though. We're gonna be second years in just a few months, and 1 year after that, we'll all be graduating. That sounds like a long time from now, but I'm sure it'll be over before we know it. Yeah. Hey, Reen? Do you remember what we talked about back in Nord? I don't think I would have become any stronger without Class 7's help and support, yours included. So, thanks. Thanks for worrying about me, and thanks for telling me to keep looking up. I'm finally starting to move forward step by step. That's something I probably couldn't have done if I hadn't come here and met Class 7, or the rest of the Academy, or if we didn't get to spend all this time together like this. I agree, but I guess we both said some pretty embarrassing stuff. Hold on, I got a notification real quick. This wasn't pointed directly at me, was it? Oh yeah, it was. Okay. Just ignore the notification. But I guess we both said some pretty embarrassing stuff now that you mention it. I'm embarrassed just thinking about it. But even so, I stand by what I said that night. If I'm gonna move forward, I want to do it with you in Class 7 and all the members of the lacrosse team. Because I wouldn't be moving forward at all without all of you helping me, and I'd like to think I've helped you too. And I'm sure that they'll stay true through the next month's field study and the Academy Festival after that. Me too, Alyssa. I feel exactly the same way. Things might seem rough now with our last field study coming up. The looming shadow of our final exam doesn't help either. And to be honest, we'll probably have even more challenges to face as second years. But the time we spent together, both good times and bad, those are what we're going to remember. Those times are the blocks we keep putting together until we find the shape of the lives we want to live. Yeah, you're right. As long as we don't give up and stick together, we're going to be just fine. Both of their bonding's maxed out, so I'll have to avoid bonding with her anymore. Unless we want to make her our waifu. I mean, you can do that, but I don't know. I haven't decided. Next up, Class President Tawa. Up in the computer lab on the second floor. Am I on the right side of the building? I don't think I am. I most certainly am. Right here's what we need to be. Well, here we are. I wonder if Tawa's already inside. After entering the computer room, you won't be able to roam around for the remainder of the day. Any bonding events which have not been triggered will no longer be viewable. Knocking into...
Huh?
No response.
Doesn't sound like she's here yet. Oh. At least she's getting some rest. Must be a rare treat for her. What to do, though? I'd almost feel bad about waking her.
Well, that's why you're there. So, do we be a creep and let her sleep, or do we wake her up? We're gonna wake her up,
On
because...
the other hand, she might not want to be left sleeping like this either. Still, she seems really cozy napping there, so I don't want to just jar her awake or anything. Sorry, but if I don't wake you up, I could end up being here all night.
Mom. Dad.
Yeah, I don't think I can bring myself to do it after all.
Oh, what a wuss.
She must be really tired. I should let her sleep a while longer.
What a wuss.
Oh, right. There we go.
She's already wearing a
I
jacket.
guess I'll just read a book or something while I'm waiting.
Hmm? Huh? Where am I? A jacket?
Oh, hey, you're awake.
Huh? Reen? Oh, right. I came here after the conference was over. So this jacket is... Oh no! I'm so sorry! I can't believe I fell asleep after asking you to come all the way here.
Don't worry about it. You're doing me a favor here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule for me.
Aw. Why is it that you always seem to catch me at the weirdest moments? Still, thanks.
No problem. Glad to do what I can.
That was the invisible jacket.
It wasn't too hot, was it?
No, of course not. It felt really nice and warm. But anyway, that's not the point. Now, listen here, Reen.
Huh?
I mean, lending me your jacket was very sweet and gentlemanly of you, and I'm kind of happy you did. But it's not very gentlemanly to sit and stare at a girl when she's sleeping, you know.
I agree, you pervert.
I'm sorry. I did try to wake you up once, but you seemed so relaxed and peaceful that it would have been almost too cruel to go through with it. But I guess it was inconsiderate of me to just let you nap there.
No. I'm not annoyed with you. It's just kind of weird to randomly watch people sleep, you know? If it was someone else, they might have misunderstood. Anyway, I asked you to meet me here so I could show you more about the concert we put on for last year's festival.
Oh, you mean the one you did with Angelica, Crow, and George? Do you have some record of it here?
Actually, I do. George was testing out some kind of Orbital video camera that was being developed by the Ruhr Institute of Technology. And we've still got the recording here.
An Orbital video camera?
Yeah, the technology is different from what they use for the Orbital net. Actually, it's probably faster to just show you. Let me bring it up on the screen.
Oh, you've got pictures of it.
More than just pictures. Just watch.
Amazing.
I know, right? It plays back images and sound at the same time, so it's like a radio and a camera combined. The quality might be a bit rough, but it really feels like you're right there, doesn't it?
It's really something else.
Oh, there we are going up.
Wow.
Isn't it cool? It's called Rock. It's making a splash in the music scene abroad. They use Orbital audio technology to amplify guitars for it. It's a pretty bold sound, huh?
It definitely is. And, speaking of bold, how about that outfit?
Jeez, you had to bring it up.
I forgot about the outfit. Don't look at that. Just focus on the performance.
This is... Bravo! That was incredible! I wish I could have been there to see it in person.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So was that any help?
Help? This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm not sure if we can put together something as flashy as this, but we do have Elliot, and he knows his music, so I think we might have a chance.
I'm glad to hear it. Crow was the one who planned all of this out, so he's the one you should ask about how to put a program like this together. Angie did our choreography, and George got all the instruments together for us. I'm sure they'd help out if you asked.
I think I just might. We have to get our preparations for the festival underway.
Oh, I put a copy of the video onto this memory quartz for you, too. If you put this memory quartz into the Orbital projector here, you can watch the video anytime you want. Maybe you can bring everyone from your class here and show it to them tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks for everything, Toa. I mean, I asked you for help, but you really went above and beyond. I don't really know how to thank you.
Yeah, you're just stealing their idea from last
You're
year.
always looking out for me, Rean. It's the least I could do. Besides, I'm sure this idea will spark some lively discussion within your class. It's not a done deal yet, but I'm really curious to see how things turn out.
Me too.
Huh. Well, that seems to have gone over well. I could see Elliot's eyes light up when I mentioned it. So it looks like Class 1 is definitely putting on a play. Not just any play, full-scale classical operette with all the trimmings. Even if an operette is shorter than a full opera, this is Class 1 we're talking about. I'm sure they'll spare no expense on the outfits and stage design. True, if they had any more blowhards, it'd be a wind tunnel. I like that. Eustace, that was good. Class 2 looks like they're gonna run with their idea on doing some kind of indoor garden. From what I heard, they want something based on the motif of the night sky. Sounds like quite an elaborate setup. Class 3 is intending to run a game room based on Round Blade. I heard they're planning to decorate the room like a castle and provide lessons for beginners as well as advanced matches. Huh? Really? Class 4 is going to be doing an Eastern-style cafe of sorts. They're claiming you can enjoy an exotic dining experience. Not sure what they mean by Eastern style, though. Well, my sword is technically Eastern style, I guess, but yeah, it seems like an awfully broad term. You really don't see too much stuff from the East in Erebonia. Class 5's doing something kinda different. They'll be using the training hall for some attraction they call Mishi Panic. Wait, isn't Mishi the mascot of that big theme park in Crossbell? Kind of a strange choice considering the current political climate. I'm kind of a Mishi fan though. One time, Lecter brought me back a Mishi keychain. It's pretty cool. Oh, the intelligence division never struck me as the type who would budget for souvenirs. Anyway, the captain of the riding club is intent on organizing some manner of horse racing event. Officially, there's to be no gambling, but with our senior colleague involved, I'm sure Free Enterprise will find a way. Yeah, I'm sure. Really, Crow? Tao's not gonna like it if she finds out. Oh, come on, it's a festival. A little low-stakes fun never hurt anyone. A number of second years are planning to run stalls. Many clubs are intending to put on events as well. But in terms of scale, the 5 other classes are our main competition. I've heard attendees will be able to vote on which class event they like the most, with the winner to be announced during the evening's festivities. That sounds like it's going to make things awfully competitive. Still, it's that much more incentive to make our class contribution one to remember. Which leads us to our current problem. What do we do? Reen's got this. I'm thinking we should avoid doing anything that would require large-scale equipment. With our numbers, the time we have to prepare, I doubt we could get it set up or even spare someone to operate it. Yeah, you make a good point. But if we take that into account, just about any other option we have is doing something on the auditorium stage. And it's worth noting that using the stage would put us in direct competition with Class 1. We can't very well put on a production like theirs, though. We just look like copycats. Whatever we end up going with, it should be something we can all have a part in. Maybe a martial arts demonstration with a few sparring matches? No, that would probably get turned down as too dangerous. Not a bad line of thought, though. How about a cooking contest? Oh, I call judge! Our troubles are over. I just had a visionary idea we can do with this. Academy pool. Picture this. Stunning ladies in bikinis, wrestling piggyback in a pool. Come for the fight, stay for the accidental exposure. I think not. Get out! No. This is getting us nowhere. They all sound like fun, though. Actually, I did find one idea I think we might be able to use. You did? Really? Ha! I bet Toa told you, huh? Yeah, she showed me the video, too. I can't believe you never even mentioned it. You guys put on an amazing show. Well, I'm the lone second year here. Didn't want to write your bright eye first year to the full festival experience. So, what's the idea then? Did the student council president suggest something to you? Yeah, she showed me a video of a concert that she, Crow, George, and Angelica put on last year's festival. A concert on stage with vocals? Oh, that does sound interesting. I have heard there was one event at last year's festival that really drove the crowds wild. I've heard similar things, but I had no idea Crow was involved. Yeah, it was pretty spur of the moment though, so it was too late for them to put us on the official poll. If folks had been able to vote for us, I doubt we would have ranked right up near the top. Without seeing it for ourselves, it's difficult to say whether we'd be able to do something similar. You've got me curious though. It sounds great! Let's do it! You said you saw a video, right? Can you show us too? Yeah, Toa gave me a copy of it. Let's get together during lunch tomorrow and watch it.
I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they see it.
Right? I can't believe they got
Though
Toa in that
I
outfit.
imagine Toa's outfit might raise more than a few questions too. Oh, it's 9 already? Abend time should be on soon.
Oh, it's not gonna let me walk around the dorms this time? Huh. Alright then. It's all good, we got this.
I'm Misty, and this is Radio Trista. It's 9 p.m. on the 19th of the 9th month. If only I was dressed to the nines to match. It feels like we're finally getting the break we deserve from a long string of uncomfortably humid nights. That's right, fall is finally here, and it's brought its cool night breezes and gentle chirping of insects with it. Along with that respite, Erebonians everywhere are turning to their true autumn passions, food and sports. What do all of you out there look forward to when you realize fall's almost here? For me, it's definitely the food. The crops come into season, ready for the harvest. I can only imagine how much work it has to be for all those farmers. But I can't wait for my first roasted chestnuts of the season. It's just about time for those to start popping up too. Sure, I'll never turn down a Marin Glacé or a Mont Blanc, but roasted is the way chestnuts were meant to be. That soft, melt-in-your-mouth taste, that sweet fragrance, simply irresistible. Whoops! The director's over there giving me the stink eye. Someone hasn't eaten dinner yet, I'll bet. Anyway, fall is also known for being a season for the arts. One of the Empire's most popular cultural institutions is the opera, and no one does opera like Heimdall's famous opera house. But as far as music goes, I'm a sucker for the classics. I still sing along whenever I hear The Whereabouts of Light. I stare in disbelief as you fade away, like a dimming star beneath the coming day. Whoa there, almost felt like I was in my shower back home. Speaking of music, some fresh new genres have been gaining popularity lately, both at home and abroad.
She really does have a pretty voice. Though I guess you'd kind of have to in order to be a big opera singer like that. I don't know if singing on the air like that is such a good idea if she's trying to keep her identity under wraps, though.
Well, you know.
We've got a practical exam coming up next week, then another field study over the weekend. Sounds like things are going to be even busier than usual. I'd better brace myself for an exhausting week.
You'll be fine. Monday. Whoa! That was way cool! Very impressive. That was neat. Well, it's certainly quite a technical display. But if you think we're gonna put on outfits like that and prance around on stage, you must be dreaming. Well, the outfits all depend on what kind of performance we put on. The clothes have to fit the mood and the music. Right, Crow? Yeah, we did a rock song last year, so if our outfits didn't scream rock, the whole performance would have lacked something in my opinion. So, in my infinite wisdom, I'd like to point out that revealing outfits will be popular regardless of the music. You guys! Outfits aside, it does seem like a bold concept. Few would think to put on a performance like that. If we put in the time to practice, we may even compare favorably with Class 1's operette. Well, Elliot's the music expert here. Do you think there's any chance we could put on a performance like this? Hold on. So, first things first, how many of us can actually play an instrument? You learned the lute from your dad, right, Reen? Yeah, I'm no virtuoso, but I can play as long as the music's not too complicated. And Elisa, you can play the violin, right? Yeah, my grandfather taught me. Guys, you can play the sitar, was it? Been playing it for years. I can play the piano, so with the four of us, it looks like we have our instruments covered. Guess that means we just need to work on music and lyrics and decide who's going to be on vocals. So, yeah, really depends what sort of music we want to do, but I think we can pull off an impressive performance. Great. Well, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound like such a bad idea. That's true, it seems fitting for a festival, too. Sounds good to me. Yeah, let's do it! Then the matter's settled. I'm in favor too. I dread the thought of what the instructor would do if we didn't have anything decided by today. So we leave the musical responsibilities in Elliot's hands then. Yeah, I think he's in the best position to decide the style of the performance, our songs, and what we should each be doing. Is that okay with you, Elliot? Sure thing. I haven't spent all these years studying music for nothing. Oh, and Crow, do you think you could give us some help with the outfits and with getting a hold of the equipment we'll need? I'd like us to do as much of this ourselves as we can. Sure, I'll do what I can. This might be a temps thing and all, but I am part of Class 7. So if you're going all in, I'll throw my chips in your pile. Crow. Wow, maybe I had you pegged all wrong all this time. So just leave the outfits in my capable hands. I'll make sure you all shine like stars up there, especially the ladies. I take it all back. He's not even trying to hide it. We're counting on you to keep him tasteful, Reen. Right, tasteful. This is Crow we're talking about, so I'm not sure how tasteful it's gonna be, but... I have a little bit of bleed by on my camera. Let's not hit the green, off the green screen. That'd be good. First, congratulations are in order. It took you long enough, but you finally decided what to do for the festival. So you're following in Toa's footsteps and putting on a concert, huh? Have you decided what kind of music you want to do? Not exactly. We're still kind of getting things sorted. At the very least, it should be pretty easy to decide who's playing an instrument and who will be on vocals. I'm not actually sure I've ever touched an instrument. Can't say I have either. You'd probably need at least some rudimentary experience to play an instrument at the festival. I had the pleasure of seeing last year's concert live. They put on a real show. Reen and Crow, you two are handling all the outfits, right? You guys have that under control? Yep, we got that shit on lockdown. Well, we've narrowed it down to 15 most promising designs. Helios save us all. I suppose we'll just have to rely on Reen to save us from being dressed by Crow. Honestly, I feel a little envious. If I were 5 years younger, I'd jump right up on stage with all of you and have a great old time. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Instructor? How old are you again? Aren't you in your mid-20s? Even if you were 5 years younger, graduation would still be years behind you. Hush you! For us ladies, everything is up to the mid-20s. It's just a warm-up. And men, they're like fine wines, better with age. I'm not sensitive about it, really. This is just another valuable life lesson that it's my duty as your instructor to impart. Yeah, we believe that. Anyway, as much as I'm looking forward to the festival, that's not why we're here today, are we? Not only do you have no field study next month, it looks like you're off the hook as far as practical exam goes too. So since this will be our last practical exam for a while, I figure I'd crank up the challenge a couple notches. Wait, are you going to serve as our opponent? Bingo, just think of it as the long-awaited second round of Maze exam. If you want to get back at me, now's your chance, but you better bring it, because I'm not going to go easy on you. Alright, Rain, pick 2 of your team, because you're up first. Got it. Of course she would want to start fresh, because, you know, otherwise Rain would frickin' murder her. Actually, I think him and her, maybe? Alright, so equip him. She doesn't have any status, but I'm not actually going to be able to kill her in one shot either, so I don't think that's going to help anything. The other 2 should already be equipped appropriately, so let's go ahead and save before we start this. Because Lord knows, it may or may not end well for me. Let the conditions be, just beat Sarah. Please, make it easy. Power up like you did for the Blade Master, you'll beat her to death. Looks like we've reached maximum Sarah, but I know we've gotten stronger during these last 6 months. Well, if you were ever holding anything back before, now's the time to pour it all in.
I take it you're all ready? You've been studying and training here half a year now. I think you might finally be able to do it. Now, show me you've got what it takes to pass with flying colors.
I hope there's no stupid conditions.
Come at me with everything you've got.
Alright, following condition. No one reaches low HP during battle. Win in less than 40 turns.
My turn.
I mean, I can do that, probably. Alright, I really do not want to go with his attack yet. Actually, I'm going to cheat. Yep, that's what I'll do. I'll cheat. Oh, those, I don't have much of those. Do I have anything that restores CP? Come on, anything that restores CP? 10 CP. I need more than 10. Actually, that might work. Yeah, restore 10 CP.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll probably do okay. Link with green at the moment. Craft. Flash grenade. I don't think that's... Well, it's going to delay her attack. Ah, hell, just attack. Alright, now you link with green, and the sounding beat, because we probably need it. And smack her, would you?
Flames, gather on my blade.
13,000. For no strength up, that's not bad.
Time for the kid gloves to come off.
What are you talking about? You're going to be laying on the floor in like 10 seconds. Because Sylphie's going to take care of you.
Sylphie, dance! That's that.
Yeah,
You've come a long way.
sorry, Sarah.
Target's
You really
eliminated.
just didn't stand a
Let's get
chance.
going.
I did it! Done.
Win in less than 40 turns. Win in 3. Now don't act like you're all tired. I mean, they're going to, but they shouldn't. Pant, pant. We did it. It did take all 3 of us to match your strength, though. Should have done it with Eustace and Machias, because that would have been fun. Nicely done. I can't believe how far you've all come in just 6 months. I know you've been honing your team tactics, but I wasn't expecting such a top-rate performance from you so soon. But you know what? As your instructor, that's the best feeling in the world. Okay, that's 1 group down, 3 more to go. I'll call you in groups of 3, so be ready to jump in when I call your name. Pant, pant. Is she even human? Multiple groups with multiple opponents in every group, and she was still able to put up a fight against all of us. She's on a completely different level. We'll need to redouble our efforts in training if we hope to match her. You can say that again. Phew, I'm spent. Mind if I use you as a pillow, Emma? Seriously, you made that joke? What? Here? Have you no shame? Looks like there's still some life left in her yet. She's the only person I know who can fight 4 back-to-back battles and still have the energy for wisecracks. Don't get me wrong, I'm genuinely impressed with how far you've come. I can tell where you're headed with your field studies without worried. Up we go! Alright, get them while they're hot. Field study. Green, Alyssa Fee, Machias, Elliot, Crow. Study, Roar. Emma, Laura, Eustace, Gaius, and Millium. Ordis, the port city. Roar and Ordis, these are 2 of the Empire's largest cities, right? Well, technically they are. Roar is far from small, but Ordis is kind of on another level. It's the 2nd largest city in the Empire with over 400,000 people. It also happens to be a stronghold of Duke Cayenne, the noble faction's de facto leader. That guy's a dick, just so you all know. Are you out of your mind? Do you want us to drag this hyperactive chatterbox straight into a noble faction's largest stronghold? He does make a good point. Ordis is hostile territory for her. There's no 2 ways about it. If they find you poking around, they'll burn you at the stake. I'm not that worried. I've snuck into Ordis plenty of times before, and this time I've got you guys with me. I'll be fine. This is no laughing matter. I'm a bit concerned too. As am I. Ordis is quite far from here. If something were to happen... Not to worry, we're thinking about what to do about that. Still, you're not in for a laid-back vacation, that much I can say for certain. This goes for the group heading to Roar, too. Reinford Group is based out of Roar, isn't it? Though Roar is also part of Marquis Ragnar's domain, and he's the head of one of the 4 great houses. Jellica's stubborn old man, huh? He's supposed to be a real hardliner, even among the big shots in the aristocracy. That's true, but the Imperial Army also runs a military factory in the vicinity. Renford Group isn't aligned with either faction, but I can imagine there are more than a few ongoing complications. Really? Sounds like trouble if you ask me. Why would my father and the other members of the board choose destinations like those in dangerous times like these? Well, like I said, we're thinking those issues over. With the Academy's annual festival coming up next month, there's no field study being planned. So this is your chance to show off all the know-how you've gained from your previous field studies. Make whatever preparations you need to, and when Saturday rolls around, travel with your heads held high. Class 7 has done a damn good job so far. The only reputation you guys have to live up to is your own. Which is incredibly high, I might add. I mean, thank you, instructor. I mean, everyone that runs into us loves us.
Your rank's gone up.
Good. You gonna
Here's
give
a
me
little
some...
something from the Academy.
Okay, let's see what that does.
Well done.
Thank you. Now you're gonna bump us ahead to our field study. That morning, Saturday, the morning of the field study. Alright, I'm 45 minutes in this time around and it hasn't kicked me yet, so hopefully it stays that way and I don't get dropped again.
It's 8:20, so we're still waiting on Elliot and Crow then.
It looks like they nearly pulled an all-nighter working on our festival performance.
It sounds like they've got a general idea of what they want, as far as style goes. But they're both nitpicking the set list and all the little details of the performance itself.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I'm not worried about Elliot, but I can't say I've got an abundance of faith in Crow.
Well, be that as it may, we just have to leave it to them for now.
Still, I was surprised by what the instructor said last night. What do you think she's cooking up this time?
Oh, it'll be
I can
interesting.
only shudder to guess.
Previous day, dinner time.
Oh, before I forget, I want you all to stop by the Academy tomorrow morning before you head out. Both groups. Meet me out on the field by 9 a.m. and don't be late.
Don't be late!
Well, Sarah randomly springing things on us is nothing new.
It's an extra practical exam. Yes! We get to beat her up again.
But why delay our departure?
Why not?
It takes 8 hours by train to reach Ordis as it is.
You're right. If we're still in Trista at 9 a.m., it would be past sundown before we got there.
The train ride to Ruhr is over 5 hours, too. Ideally, we'd all be on the first train out of Trista. How about it, Sharon? With the way you're just standing back there smiling, I'm guessing you know something. I hope you're looking forward to my unsurprise when we step off the train in Ruhr to see you already there.
I wouldn't dream of it. I assure you, I'll only be seeing you off this time.
She's totally going to be there ahead of us.
That's about as sure a bet as you can make. Pretty certain she knows what's going on, too.
She's one amazing maid. I feel like I have my own professional chef, too.
Oh, sorry guys, I overslept.
Yo, morning everyone.
Morning.
Looks like we have everyone now.
We have to meet the instructor at the field by 9, right?
I don't know what she wants to see us about, but don't worry, we've still got some time left.
Anyway, I think we should head out now. I'm sure most of us have some last-minute preparations to take care of.
True.
Not really, I just want to see
Have
what
a
that
safe
is.
trip, everyone.
Just want to see what the gym is. Don't really have any big plans. I really wish the game would stop doing that. System. Option. It doesn't give me the option to turn that off. Wish it did. That'd be nice. Alright, this whole group actually had with me already, so the only person who doesn't have equips should be Malchius. Yeah, and half of his stuff isn't open anyway. So maybe I should probably go open that.
Leave it to me.
Here we go!
Alright, so let's go ahead and go over to the engineering building. Hey, Jellica. Morning, everyone. Good morning. Huh? Didn't expect to see all three of you together this early. What gives? Well, we're just talking about all of you, actually. I'm just glad you managed to decide what to do for the festival before you got shipped off on your field study. Sounds like you didn't waste any time putting George to work, either. We did ask him for help with our orbital instruments, yeah. I'm hoping to have everything sorted out by the time you get back. Make sure you know who's going to be playing what by then, though. We haven't even decided on our genre yet. Well, that's definitely something you'll have to take care of. I'm more interested in the outfits, though I'm thinking sexy, really sexy, especially the girls. Oh, you and I are on the same page. Don't even think about it. I'm not wearing one. It would be a big distracting if they ended up being as revealing as President Herschel's was. That was all Angie and Crow's fault. They wouldn't listen to any of my feedback. I hope you realize how much I'm counting on you to stop this, Reen. I'll see what I can do. On a less sexy topic, this month's field study sounds like a tough one. Whereas at the center of the province, the provincial army's influence isn't quite as blatant as Ordis, but they still hold significant sway there. And their relationship with RMP is especially bad, so make sure you don't get wrapped up in all that. Really? And tensions are rising on both inside and out of the country as it is. It's kind of worrisome. At least your field study's been planned out to minimize the chances of you getting in any trouble. What? What do you mean by planned out? Oh, did Instructor Sarah not tell you? Well, we can't spoil the surprise then, can we? What are you... Curiosity piqued? Huh, well, they did call you to the field, right? Why don't you get going? I'm sure it'll all make sense when you're there. Slow down. How come you guys all get to know and I don't? Sorry, Crow. Well, that's what you get for taking the easy classes again this year. What she said. Still, you're technically a second year, so make sure to back up your new class. Oh, I see how it is. Get a few more credits than me and you think you can get away with saying whatever you want. Well, sounds like we should head over to the field then. No, because I came over here for a reason. I need your help, sir. So if you don't mind, first we'll exchange because I have a ton to exchange. And then we will open up Machias' slots because I've been really lazy about his slots. And is there anyone else that needs slots open? Probably you, Eustace, yeah. And that's it. Okay, so that's everyone's slots. Alright. Dog, what are you doing? He's barking in his sleep. Alright, let's see what this new gem does. Chrono Drive, Chrono Break, Chrono Burst, Speed plus 15. Looks like something good for Machias, I guess? I mean, not that I really need him to use that, but sure, why not? We'll give him a speed improvement. Who else do I have on my team? Crow and... Oh! Shoot, I ain't even gonna equip him. Forget that mess. If I need to, I'll equip him later. Because I probably won't use him. Alright.
Right.
Stop switching people, that ain't smart.
I can do this.
Stop it.
My turn.
I'll handle it.
Here we go.
And I did it again. Alright, over to the Academy Field. We were all told to meet here at 9 a.m. Seems like I still have some time. No idea what this is all about, but it'd be a pretty good idea to finish preparing first. Head to the Academy Field. I am prepared. Mostly because everything new I need to buy is already in the new place I'm going, so... Oh, Instructor, I wasn't expecting you to be... Sharon? Weren't you in the dormitory when we left? Indeed, I was, but I was summoned here by Lady Sarah. So after seeing all of you off, I came straight here. How did I guess you'd get here ahead of us? You know, at this point, I shouldn't really be surprised. Jeez, she ain't the Ranford's not made for nothing. Personally, I would have preferred not to ask her to come at all. But since she'll be acting as Group A's guide, I didn't have much of a choice. Why, thank you. Wait, why would we need a guide? So you're telling me... Oh, it looks like everyone's here already. Oh, Sharon's here too? Huh? Well, what's she doing here? Cooking, cleaning, instantaneous travel? You flatter me, Master Eustace. She actually can instantaneously travel, but we won't get into that just yet. Well, we've got all you here now, and look at that, 9 a.m., right on time. Huh? What's that sound? Sounds like a rush of air. No, that's not quite it. Sounds to me like an airship. Are you kidding me? Look! What is... What the hell is that? Here they come. What is this thing even doing here? Wow, it's so cool! A Crimson airship? Who does it belong to? An Imperial Army warship, maybe? Nah, not enough giant guns. Still, the shape looks familiar. Of course it does. Oh, now I remember. It's like the white wings of Labrelle. You think so too, right? You mean the Airceli? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance. Wasn't that a high-speed cruiser from the Kingdom of Labrelle? Indeed, it was on that very ship that Prince Oliver made his triumphant return to Hamdar. No way! They're not seriously gonna land here, right? Of course they are! It's 75 arc from bow to stern. It might be a bit of a snug fit, but they should be able to touch down. Man, you've gotta be kidding me. Wait a minute, how do you know how large it is? Oh, because Rhineford built it, and she's the maid for the whole company? Or the chairman's maid? This is the best! It's actually pretty close up. The more I look, the more it seems just like the Airceli, except red. It bears the crest of Erebonia, though. So at very least, it's an airship from the Empire.
Salutations, my beautiful friends! It's only been 10 days since last we met, but I couldn't keep myself away.
Oliver, it's crazy.
Prince Oliver!
And Major Vander.
I'm glad to see you all again.
Your slack-jawed amazement says it all. Looks like this will be quite the crowd pleaser during its grand unveiling in Heimdall.
Wait, what grand unveiling?
Man, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Still, the prince is just here in a supporting capacity today, to say nothing for myself. The real stars of the show are the airship and this fine gentleman we have aboard.
Who might you be referring to?
It's been quite some time. I see many familiar faces gathered here today, and several I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting.
Ooh, you know who that is, don't you? It's the Radiant Blade Master.
Is that? I know that voice.
You should, it's your dad.
The Radiant Blade Master?
Father!
So that's Laura's dad? Wait, who's the what now?
And look, Tobal's with him too.
This isn't quite how I expected our grand reunion to go. That's for sure.
What are you doing up there? And what's with the hat?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Captain Victor S. Arcade, who will be assuming command of the ship.
So that's what this is about.
I'll fill you in on the details another time.
What in the name of Adios is that?
Hey, Patrick.
Wow, what a pretty ship.
This thing's a real piece of work.
Incredible! I've heard about the specs, but the numbers don't do it justice. Looks even better live than on paper.
Principal Van Dyke, you too?
Could someone fill us in on what exactly is going on here?
Your bafflement is quite understandable. The chairman of the board proposed a change to your travel arrangements for this month's field study. He's agreed to deliver all of you to your respective destinations aboard this airship.
What? We'll be riding in style.
He's mainly taking it on its maiden voyage to unveil the ship to the nation. We're just kind of along for the ride. You'll be headed to the capital first, but from there, it'll be a straight shot to Ruhr.
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
Oh, this is all so sudden. I think I need to sit down.
Seriously?
Well, should we be off, Your Highness?
Yes, that sounds marvelous. With that, let me be the first to welcome you, Class 7. Aboard the second Arsail-class high-speed cruiser, the Courageous.
I always did like the music in this game. Not even our high-speed trains could hope to match that. That may be true, but we still have our own strengths. How's the investigation coming along? Well, they've been pretty blatant about trying to obstruct us, so basically about as we expected. The same is true for other areas as well. Understood. Respond with pattern 13. I'll head there myself this afternoon. Yes, ma'am.
My brother told me all about it, but there's no substitute for seeing it soar through the skies. Simply beautiful. Yes, it really is. You're up there, aren't you, Lee?
Just a second, I got another notification I need to close. It's obstructing my view. Driving me crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, there we go. That's annoying.
Wow! That's the Courageous! Oliver finally finished his airship.
It's a fine ship, isn't it? Prince Oliver seems to have gone to quite a lot of trouble having it built.
Is this the wind of change you intend to release across our staid and troubled land? Go, my son, and show me the caliber of man you can be.
Can you believe it's been almost 2 years already? And look at how far our debaucherous prince has managed to come. Partnering with Liberl to make a second Arcel-class airship, then cruising over the capital? I suppose that's one way to stick it to you for outmaneuvering him at the trade conference.
Let him have his fun. Still, this was certainly an unexpected play on his part. He and that band of students he likes to ship across the country have proven a never-ending source of entertainment. But now, my dear Prince Oliver, we have reached a decisive point. The board has been prepared, every piece in its place. Can you turn the tides in your favor? I look forward to finding out.
Prince Oliver spent a lot of time with bracers over in Liberl, so he's really trying to bring that kind of thing back to the Empire, which is what Class 7 is all about in his eyes.
It's currently 10:02, and we have a north-northwesterly wind blowing in at a speed of 11 Arj. We've just passed through the Schwartz-Drake Barrier's airspace into the province of Nortia.
Current speed is 3,050 SPH. We've reached full cruising velocity.
Maintain current course and speed. Follow the Nortia main line, maintaining a distance of 200 Arj.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So this is what the bridge of a cruiser looks like. It's all kind of makes my head spin. If I'm not mistaken, this ship is equipped with the Epstein Foundation's latest information processing system. Huh, so you actually managed to get the Reinford Group, Zest Central Factory, and Epstein Foundation to collaborate? I suppose you would be the most well-informed on the matters of technology. It took the combined efforts of countless supporters to take this airship from blueprint to beauty. I've caused a great many people no small amount of trouble gathering the technology and funds to build it. It's nice to know even princes have trouble with financing sometimes. Alas, it's true, I had to borrow quite a sum from a number of sources, the Emperor himself among them, but all my labors bore fruit, and we were able to build an airship that met all of my ideal specifications. At a length of 75 arg, it's almost twice the size of the original SLE. And with the sporting 20 ZCF high-performance engines, it can achieve top speed of roughly 3000 SPH. Not quite as fast as the RSLE's 3600, but the Courageous boasts high armor and intercept capabilities. Good grief, she memorized all the specs already. Still, the more I hear about it, the more unbelievable it sounds. Sounds like he's compensating for something. I'd heard something like this was in development, but I never would have imagined you'd pack this much power into it. Well, now we have a rough idea how extravagant the ship is, but what I don't understand is why my father's sitting in the captain's seat. He's not even part of the military. Unless, Father, did you actually enlist in the Imperial Navy? I can understand why you might be perplexed. However, this ship isn't part of any military force. Huh? So wait, it's officially regarded as the property of the Imperial family? Precisely. I intend this ship to give wings to a third faction of sorts, unconnected to both the Imperial and Provincial armies. To that end, I could think of no finer captain than Viscount Arcade. Well, that at least explains some of it. I see what you're getting at, yeah. The fastest airship in the Empire, captained by the Radiant Blade Master. Huh. Couldn't ask for a stronger deterrent than that, I'll say. Well, that's my hope anyway. About half the crew are on loan from my division, the 7th Armored. The rest are civilians, representing a variety of nationalities and social classes. As for me, I'm here because I'm just that good at gathering information. They've also tasked me as the point man for keeping in touch with the guild and all of its local branches. Makes sense to me. Koval's definitely a good choice. He's got the tact and patience to spare. Me, on the other hand, I'm more of a face-punching type. Frankly, I'm still shocked we're here. I'd never imagined we'd be flying in such a marvel of a ship with such a distinguished crew. You got me curious, though. Are you intending to tour the whole Empire like this? That's our plan, yes. The hope is that it might help us some of the tension that's been building across the nation. And if we happen to intimidate the Imperial Liberation Front while we're at it, all the better. Ah, that makes sense considering they've got their own airship too. The Intelligence Division and the RMP seem to be keeping them in check for now, but having a ship like this in the air will definitely put even more pressure on the Liberation Front. In other words, this ship allows me to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Genius, isn't it? And if I ever feel the urge to stretch my wings, I can take to the skies whenever the mood strikes me. Perhaps one day I'll even be able to put on a recital soaring in the skies above Helmdar. Well, putting aside certain idiotic flights of fancy, at this speed it should take less than an hour to reach Roar. Feel free to make yourselves at home while you're on board. Aside from restricted areas like the engine room, you have the run of the ship. Go on and poke around a bit. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks, I think I'll take you up on that. And that's how we ended up flying to our destinations across the Empire's newest, most cutting-edge cruiser. We didn't just sit and look out the windows, of course. Since we had the captain's permission, we each set about exploring the Courageous, seeing what this top-of-the-line airship has to offer. Alright. So, certain things are missing that I was expecting. Everything on this airship is really cutting edge. Prince Oliver does love his surprises. First his return to Helmdar and the SLE, and now this. I know the captain's daughter would be coming on board, but seeing them talk is rather heartwarming. Please relax and leave the operation of the airship to us. The crew here came from a wide range of backgrounds, but we're all confident in our skills. Cool. Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologize for the secrecy, but much of this project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that. But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark? Well, we're really honored to have been invited aboard. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Roar, knowing we had an Imperial escort. Indeed, you can. The Provincial Army will have little choice but to accommodate you. The ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the Courageous will hold the old guard at bay long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. They chose wisely in naming you captain. Still, I assume that's not this ship's only purpose? Well, true. Building an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to do is use it as a deterrent. Laura's right. There has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Very perspective of you. I regret I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in the Grim last month, but I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since you've enrolled at the Academy. I have my class to thank for that. Learning alongside them has been a constant source of insights. So tell me, Rain, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with the other students? Huh? I think she's been fitting in fine. I see. That's reassuring to hear. At times I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household can cause her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. I hope you and the others would continue looking out for her. Of course. We're glad she's with us. I can't imagine Class 7 without her. I can't help but get the feeling that she's something more to you than simply a classmate. Whatever the truth may be, I hope you'll continue treating her as the lady she is. I'm not one to abide inappropriate behavior towards my daughter. I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about, but I'd like to think I know how to conduct myself towards my classmates. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. What's the TV going on about with all your whispering and your figurative glances? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with, just a little discussion between men. You needn't worry. We'll be sure to get you to your field stay safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect you to give it your utmost. Huh? He really does care about her. When he's not threatening Green. Welcome to the Courageous' bridge. You might not believe it, but the helmsman Graf's exceptionally good at his job. I'll notice even the slightest deviation in our course too, so no need to worry. Hey there, I'm Graft. I'm from the Imperial Army's Air Force. I have to say though, I've never seen a ship like this, and if that wasn't enough to get excited about, I get to work under the Radiant Blade Master himself. If Prince Oliver wants to bring about that idea of his, the Blade Master's the right guy to have in his corner. Safe to say I'm looking forward to seeing just what effects this airship has on the world. Engine room, come in. Can you hear me? We're reaching maximum cruise speed, all green here on the bridge. Hold on, engine 4 is struggling a bit. Can you give it a look? Hello there, I'm Curtis, the radio officer. Is this your first time on the bridge of a military airship? If you've seen one, you've seen them all, really. The main difference is Courageous is still new and shiny. All that and the fact that the ship and its entire crew are unaffiliated with either faction. That's unusual. Hey guys. We're cruising along so smoothly that it almost feels like we're one with the wind. It's like this ship is a crimson Pegasus soaring through the sky. If we're really lucky to know who we know, I can't imagine people will ever get to experience something like this. We owe the winds and the goddess our thanks. Oh, that's right, he's a wind believer. Alright, get off this bridge, go take a look at the rest of the ship. Third floor junction. Let's go take a look-see. We actually get a lot of access to the ship later. Courageous front deck and the side decks. I think these are side decks. Boarding gates. Okay. And then the front deck. Welcome to the Courageous. Prince Oliver and Major Vander on the front deck if you're looking for them. Why don't you go say hello? Sure. Oh, this ship is amazing. We're flying faster than a bird. Take that, bird. Now I kind of want one. I wonder if Gramps will get me my own airship if I ask him real nice. You can already fly around an Air Gatlin. Don't go getting greedy. The view from up here is so beautiful. I feel like I'm weightless, soaring peacefully above the clouds. You know, this is actually the first time I've ever been aboard an airship. Oh, I think I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. Is that normal? The airship we used in the Corps was pretty fast, but this one's even faster. In fact, the specs seem pretty high across the board. Fancy stuff. Never a dull moment in Class 7, I guess. Well, there is always that. We are going to wait to talk to them because that's probably going to advance the story. And I want to see the rest of the class first. Which, go figure, here's everyone talking. Are you three working on what to do for our concert? Yeah, we got the general gist of it figured out now, but let me ask you, Green, would you prefer male or female vocals? That's a really important question too, since it'll change the audience we draw. That's a tough decision. Why don't we try both then? You know what? That'd be perfect. Yeah, I really like that idea. 2 songs would be the perfect length too. Rehearsing will be a bit tougher, but I think we should do it. It lets us use both plans too. You won't see me complaining. He seems really excited for this. Come on, nobody wants to see dudes sing. It's all about the ladies. Besides, if we make the outfit skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the doors to get in. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Your ideas have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. You realize this will put us in direct competition with Class 1, right? We'll need to do something with the degree of class in order to take them on. This is true. Fair point. This is the supply room. Hey there, welcome to the supply room. We don't actually have too many supplies here though, since we're kind of in a rush. Still, if you want anything, let me know. You'll be my first customer. And you have nothing I need. Thanks for nothing. I mean that. When it comes to firepower, this ship's equipped with the bare minimum. It's not just due to lack of time either, it was a conscious decision on our part. We want the focus of this ship to be things it stands for, not how much fancy weaponry it's got. Of course, that doesn't mean we won't react appropriately if anyone's fooling us to try anything against us. Well, I mean, you should have the power to do it. There's no one in the barracks. And Toval and Sarah on the back deck. That's it? Alright, sure.
Instructor Sarah? Toval? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, just a little bracer-to-bracer information swapping.
That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram.
Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though.
Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too.
Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arcee.
This airship really is in a class all its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master.
This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check, if need be. It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people.
That's true. It still frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand.
Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors, I've lost count.
McLean? Wait, are you talking about...
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over at the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now too. Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit.
The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind. The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style.
Yeah, but he's not, Lieutenant Colonel Bright,
Yeah,
though,
that's
is he?
who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master. He mastered the school's second form, Sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade.
Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Though from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back.
Yep, he uses a staff now.
Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia. Wait, 2 years ago.
It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that. But afterward, well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after the other, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job.
I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. We should probably save it for another time. But hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know?
Me? A bracer?
Well, I mean, you're already doing it anyway with your field studies.
Huh. I never really thought about it before.
Hey, there's enough of us singing the bracer blues without you trying to recruit my students.
Never hurts to start them early. Seriously, though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down.
I'll give it some thought.
Prince Oliver spent a lot of time with Estelle Bright, Cassius's daughter. So it was, you know, that's where he gets this whole idea of having a third non-military party to help the nation. He wants the bracers to be here, but they can't be here in name.
At long last, the Courageous has finally taken to the skies of Erebonia. I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest.
Except the chick is a giant red airship that goes faster than anything else in the Empire.
I'll take your word for it.
This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together.
It was no easy ride, I'll say that.
I doubt it would have come together without the Prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all his official duties.
Which he completely blew off while he was in Liberel. I mean, seriously, he constantly put off work.
And to add to that, he had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arcade installed as its captain.
I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal.
Well, for this ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's 2 competing factions. You can think of the Courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal.
So, like bracers.
A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish.
The road will be a difficult one, though.
True, but this is only the beginning. Seeing this ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart. Just as when Class 7 was formally established. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the Courageous. And for the brave men and women of your class.
Your Highness.
We live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But, with any luck, making a real show out of this ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate.
Well, that's the hope at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study.
Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them.
I mean, you guys didn't totally, you know, hang out and meet every important person in the entire frickin' Empire. I mean, aside from the actual Emperor himself, you've met both of his direct kids, you met his daughter. You met both of his kids, you met his adopted kid, Oliver. I think the half kid. I mean, You'll find the ship's hangar beyond here. Feel free to go in if you'd like. Unfortunately, though, we can't let you into the factory and engine room opposite. Splendid. Take a look, Peyton. We're cruising so fast, yet we remain completely stable, just as my tests predicted we would. That's great. This is a big win for both of us. I never could have done it without you. I owe you one. Hey, name's Peyton. I'm a mechanic from ZCF. I was actually in charge of maintenance in the RSLE, which is why they scooped me up for as a Courageous here. The more work you do on something, the more attached you get to it. Courageous is like my child at this point. It kinda chokes me up to see it finally take flight. Not allowed in the engine room. Hey look, armored cars. I didn't even realize those were on here. What are you doing? Phew, getting the ship ready for today was a real struggle. ZCF and the Epstein Foundation's help really greased the wheels though. So you're welcome. So yeah, welcome to the Courageous. This baby's the most state-of-the-art airship in the world, hands down. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea the Reinford Company was involved in developing something on this scale all this time. Then I found out it was collaborative with the Epstein Foundation and ZCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands in development of our ARCUS units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that, but suffice to say the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Reinford Group. Lately, the directors have... I knew it. Oh? Hello, Master Reen. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring the airship? I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Ruhr. Finished? I don't even think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm looking forward to landing in Ruhr, though. It's been a while since I've seen the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I always hear about it in passing. Oh, that's right, you're from Ymir. So I guess you would then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed on all things Ruhr. Sure, why not? Ruhr used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hot spot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is around 200,000. Since the city in the Norda province, it's under Marcus Ragnar's jurisdiction. Ah, that's right. I still find it kind of wild that Angelica's his daughter. You know, the last time I visited, it felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. Made it kind of hard to tell how large the city really is. Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure, divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even long-time residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognize. Why, I've lost count of the number of times I had to go pick up Lady Alyssa when she got lost. That was when I was a kid. Don't say it like it still happens. Really, it was a long time ago. Something tells me we're looking at the not quite so distant past. Anyway, North Ruhr is the iron mine. The iron mine there makes its way into most of Reinford Group's products in some form or other. The amount of ore they get from just that one mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the mine. It's been vital to the Empire since before the Orbital Revolution. Center of Ruhr, you can't miss the Reinford Group's corporate headquarters, which is also basically my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. Alyssa? I guess there's no point in moping about it now. We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are. We'll just take it as it comes. I'll be wishing you all the best. Alright. So, got that out of the way. What do you say we return to the bridge? Because the bridge is really where we need to be. That's a guess, by the way. I don't have any guarantee on that. Oh, well maybe not. I don't know. I've been everywhere else. Well, let's escort you to your destination. I hope your field stay proves to be a fruitful one. Just don't forget to conduct yourselves as students of Thoris during your time there. What am I missing? Must be on the middle floor, because it sure as hell ain't on the cargo deck or the... I must have missed something. Ding ding. Well, I don't know, honestly. I talked to everyone. It's a wonderful feeling standing on the deck, feeling the wind rushing by. And how much more liberating would it be to shed these tiresome clothes and hold a beautiful concert above Roar. Well, I might have misheard you, but did you just say you'd like to fly to Ordis hanging over the railing by your feet? Come now, dear Muller, I'm not that much of him. I don't know if I'll ever reconcile this side of Prince Oliver. It was what he's like when he's actually being serious. And the way Major Vander can shoot him down without batting an eye, even though he's a prince, is really something. I get that feeling those two must have been together through a lot together. I wonder how long they've known each other. Well, Prince Oliver was trying to hide from him for
Attention
most of
all
forever.
crew members and passengers. We will soon be entering Ruhr airspace. Please prepare for landing, and make sure you have all personal effects with you before disembarking.
Sounds like we're almost there. That was a shorter flight than I'd expected. Guess I'd better go round up the others and start getting ready.
Yes, you should.
Ruhr Airport's granted us permission to land.
Commence landing preparations and keep the engine warm. We'll be taking off again right after our guests have disembarked.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Preparing the Courageous to land.
Including today, you've got 3 days for this month's field study. Make them count, guys. I plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful in Ordis, okay? Yeah, it sounds like things could get dangerous there. Don't sweat it, we'll be fine. We ought to be alright, if certain someone can keep her mouth shut. Take care in Ruhr, everyone. Will do. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into festival prep. Hope you're ready to discover the true terror of a planning by committee. Oh, that's right. With everything that's happened so far today, I almost forgot about that. We'll have the songs and outfits finalized by the time we get back, and we should have the positions all figured out too. Let's try to save at least a bit of strength. It'll be the shame to come back too tired to Osby Class 1. Oh, I think I could find the energy. That's all the more reason for us to return safe and sound. The spirited joys of youth. I'm sure both your field study and the Academy Festival will prove valuable experiences for all of you. Work hard out there, guys, but not too hard, you hear? May the goddess go with you. Take care. We will. Alright. Now we're going to land and then the airship's going to leave us. The Courageous touched down at the massive Roar Airport, where we parted ways with the members of Group B. With us safely on the ground, it wasted no time taking to the skies again, ferrying the others west to Ordis. Roar was a maze in every direction, but Charon guided us to Reinford's corporate headquarters without missing a step. It's actually not that hard a place to navigate, because they only let us actually visit like a small part of it. This tunnel goes on forever. I can't help but recall trying to navigate Grellia Fortress. I guess when you build with tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty similar. We're not far from the city center now. You might want to brace yourself. Roar has an even weirder layout than the capital. Hey, that's my hometown you're talking about. But I can't deny it's true. Looks like we're finally out. The industrial metropolis. Whoa! The city extends above and below? Well, Ruhr grew up around steel, fabrication, and heavy industry. That's how it became known as the Empire's industrial metropolis. You were right, it is weird. It's got a population of around 200,000 people, too. That's as big as the capital of a smaller country. I feel like this city's gotten even bigger since the last time I was here. The Rhineford corporate headquarters is on the upper level, right? That's right. If you'd like to visit, just head up that escalator. Actually, we need to visit so we can drop our stuff off.
Allow me to welcome you to Ruhr, home of the Rhineford Company. I sincerely hope that your field study here will be a fulfilling one.
Absolutely. Alright, so the first place we're gonna go, if we can, it might not let us. We should start by going to the Rhineford corporate headquarters on the upper level of the city. Once you ride the escalator up, it should be straight ahead of you. Okay, so it's gonna force us. Alright. Wow, a moving staircase? What did you say they're called again? Escalators? Right, the first one was built in Zess. After that, technicians decided they'd try to build one too. Guess they just wanted to show off a little, huh? Like kids, I swear. Huh? Look at that. What is that? That's an awfully strange shape for a building. Wait, that's not even a building, is it? Nice catch, Reen. It's actually an orbital generator. But it's so big. Ruhr has many factories and industrial facilities that the city uses an enormous amount of orbital energy. Having large generators that send energy where it's needed is more efficient than each factory producing its own energy. That's quite a setup. Technology really has come a long way in such a short time. Whoa! I've seen the building in pictures, but it's even more commanding in person. Guess you wouldn't expect any less from the Rhineford's corporate HQ. I couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw it either. It's a big building, sure, not as big as the Orcus Tower in Crossbell. That's a 40-floor skyscraper, the tallest on the continent now, I think. Oh, that's the tower we can see from Corellia Fortress, right? Yeah, that's where they were holding the trade conference last month. No need to be so modest, Elisa. It's your family's digs. No one's gonna mind if you talk it up a bit. I'm not trying to. Well, shall we go inside? May as well, you're gonna make me anyway. You're not gonna let me have my way, now are ya? Rhineford Building, first floor, information. It's just as fancy on the inside. Are all these scale models of machine Rhineford makes? Yep, I'll tell you more about them later if you're interested. Lady Elise? Ah, hello Dalton, it's nice to see you. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. It's been 6 months since you've been home. I heard you were attending a military academy on the outskirts of the capital, but it looks like you finally decided to come home and visit the old homestead. Yeah, here I am. We'll be staying for the next 3 days. I see. That's wonderful news. Keep taking good care of her, Sharon. I certainly will. Wow, it's one thing to hear about it, but I know what you mean. Kind of brings the fact that she's a Reinford. Let's just get going, okay? Allow me to show you to the chairman's office. We'll be going up to the 23rd floor. Ding ding. Excuse me, Madam Chairman. I brought the ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. Bring them in as you wish. I would have expected this to be voiced, but I guess not. Wow. You can tell the buck stops here. That's one hell of a view.
So it looks like the Courageous' inaugural flyover in Heimdall and Ruhr was a success. But don't release an official statement until tomorrow. Yes, that'll be fine. Yes, I'd like you to begin as soon as possible, and keep a careful eye out for any insider trading. Hello, Irina Reinford speaking. Yes, I understand. Fast-track the construction on the special train if you can. No, pay it no mind. I doubt Crossbell-related shares rising is indicative of a larger market trend. But sell them all early next month. Timing is key here.
Wow. She's like a commander issuing orders across multiple fronts. Yeah. It's impressive to see Toa do it, but Mrs. Reinford seems to have it down to a science.
She's a general on the battlefield of business.
Ah, right. We all have other matters we need to attend to, so I'll get right to the point. Here.
What?
Thank you.
I've cleared my schedule to dine with you this evening, so anything you wish to discuss can wait until then.
All right.
I'll leave the rest to you, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. When do you expect to return this evening?
I'm planning on 7. Have our guests enjoy a night cruise, if you will.
That sounds splendid. I'll make the necessary arrangements. That's it? That's all you have to say? I don't care if you ignore me, that's nothing new. But my classmates are here and you're on our board of directors. Would it kill you to show at least a little interest?
Elisa.
Whoa, Elisa, it's okay. You don't need to get worked up for our sake.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention.
Huh?
If you want to return in one piece, I'd suggest you steer clear of the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police. The same goes for the Marquis's mansion, though I can't imagine what business would take you there. Use common sense, and don't try to overstep your bounds. That'll be all.
Have a safe trip, Madam Chairman.
Wow, your mom's a real piece of work, Elisa.
The Army only wishes it was that efficient.
She certainly has the mettle to head up an international company like this, to say the least.
See? You see why I didn't want to come back now? You can't tell me that gave you a great impression of her.
I think you're being a little hard on her.
She was looking out for our safety, giving us that advice.
Just forget it. Getting all worked up and storming off in a huff is what she wants me to do, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction.
Okay.
We'll be back before sundown, Sharon. I'd like you to have the guest rooms and dinner preparations sorted by then. Oh, and see to our luggage, would you?
As you wish. Have a safe trip, everyone.
You know, I'm all in favor of jumping right into our field study tasks, but is it really okay to just dump all our luggage on Sharon? I was wondering the same thing. All our luggage together must be quite a heft. It's Sharon, she'll be fine. Honestly, can you imagine her breaking a sweat carrying suitcases? I can't. You've got a point. She'll probably carry them all in one go. Well, looking after guests does seem to be her specialty. Exactly. Anyway, let's see what kind of things we've got lined up for this trip. Alright. Field study, day 1. Assigned tasks. Alright, so mining a minor metal. I'm looking for a particularly rare sort of metal for my research, but I'm afraid I can't get it myself. If you're willing to help, I'll be in the western part of the upper level of Aurora Institute of Technology. Can you hear me now? I'd like to hand with an experiment that concerns your Arcus units. I'll be waiting for you inside the RF store. I'll tell you more when I see you. A powerful beast has appeared on the byroad. The Nordia Provincial Army hereby requests its extermination. Once the monster is exterminated, please restore it to the soldiers in front of the Marquis's residence. Set area is defined as 200 sledge radius around Roar. Each student must record their stops. Looks like she hit the sweet spot with the challenge factor. Kinda reminds me of Makis's dad. But I can't really deny it. I bet she's so sure she's got us pegged. She probably thinks we won't be able to finish all these. Just you watch. We'll finish up every last one before this evening. That'll show her. That's the spirit. Anyway, it's only 11:30 now, so we've got plenty of time before sundown. We've definitely got a hang of this whole field study thing by now, so let's show Roar some Class 7 spirit. Right. Alright, so the information desk up here is always fun. We're not going to talk to a lot of people, but there's a shop here, so Renford Metal. Okay, so it doesn't actually give me anything worth getting. Ignore that then. Run away, Reen, run away. First place we're going is to the arms place, because I want to upgrade my weapons. Doc, good day. Welcome to RF Arms. As you can see, we're a Reinford affiliate store with a focus on weaponry. We have a wide selection of choice Reinford weapons available for your pursuit. Alright, so yeah, that's not a bad mark. It's expensive though. Alright, now battle coats or jumpsuits? So that's slightly less defense but more strength, so we'll buy Reen one of these. Because I want the strength. That is a lot more defense, strength ATS. I mean, they're expensive as hell. But is 1,000 less really gonna matter that much? Alright, now that I'm broke, let's sell the stuff that we just... This should make me rich enough to buy more anyway. Not all of it, but more. 5 titanium coats, 3 gold tunics, 2 golden mails, 5 spikes, 3 hikers. Alright, that's almost as much money as I had to begin with. I have 3 more of these to buy. Oh, we're buying the capes. Alright, got those equipped, and hacking boots for Reen. general boots for everyone else. Evade and higher defense. Yep, so I need a lot of these. Sell that junk. 3 more blue tunics, hiking shoes, golden thread shoes. Do I have any extra? Sell 2 of those. Any extra anything? Sell 1 of those. Alright, so yeah, that's all I've got on that. Any extra weapons? Or quartz? Any multiple quartz I have, I'll sell those too, because I don't need several of each. Judgment gold. What I have equipped is pretty much what I'm gonna keep equipped. So let's see, any more doubles? Nope, not really. Alright, if I have to sell other stuff to finish this out, I will, but I don't think I have to. Oh, I don't think there's anyone else to buy for, is there? Nope, that's everyone. Alright, so I got everything upgraded there. I might need to sell my excess armor, hiking shoes. Here we go. There we go. 9K. The next stop is the RF store. We are not going to talk to that guy. We're just going to talk to this guy. Oh, Lady Alyssa, what a pleasure. I was told you might visit. If you need any help regarding your Arcus, by all means, let me know. Thanks. We probably won't even have to pay. Oh man, I'm sticking with her while we're here. Think you're famous enough to get this deal at every store? We're paying, just like everyone else. Which is a shame, because I could have used a no-pay freebie. Platinum bow. Marble staff. These. Alright, looks like we're upgraded as far as we can go. Do you have any master quartz that I don't currently have? Increases obtained XP for just the person that equips it? Eh. Damage of offensive arts is raised, but more EP is consumed. Offensive arts deal critical damage. Increases potency of healing items. Alright, so nothing I really want. Equipment. I'm done buying. Do you have any modify exchange quartz? Any goodies here that I don't already have? Fully heals and heals 30% of HP for 4 turns. That's actually a really good one. I like that. We'll get that. Vortex. Lightning bearing whirlwind swallowing enemies. For all. Okay, I can do that. That's not bad. Summons the flames. Sets a small area. We'll leave that one. Maelstrom. Creates a powerful whirlpool. All. Sure, we'll equip those. Let's see. We're not putting that on Reen, but we can put it on her. Shield. Maelstrom. Powerful whirlwind. Yeah, sure, why not? Replace his HP with the Vortex. Lightning. Nope, wrong one. I want the healing one for him. Ring. There we go. And then Fee. Evade. With Alright, give them all a little bit more flexibility in ranged and AoE attacks, and I think that's all the shopping I need to do. Yeah, I'm almost positive it is. That's all the shopping I need to do. That'll take care of us equipment-wise for next time. This is officially where we're going to call it quits. Why'd I do that? Let's close the game. And I will see you all next time. So I'll see you then.